got so much motherfucking design on right now.
Break it down, bring it back, make it clap. I got 3 old thoughts, new guap, wear that thing. Bitches on my line, and you know.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Date Night. How are you all doing? Hopefully always in good condition. Because today, tonight and this second, we will be discussing an issue that is currently hot among Gen Z. What is it? Toxic relationship. Toxic relationships are really issue that should be concerned about nowadays. There are many cases of depression, mental health, and even suicide due to being in a toxic environment. And tonight we have a great guest who has been in a very bad environment. We will discuss whether she can get up or get stuck. Let's welcome our first guest, Zakia Muammar. Good evening, Zakia.
Good evening.
How are you?
Fine, of course.
Are you ready for the discussion that will uncover the stories of your past tonight?
Oh, of course.
Okay, let's get straight to it. As someone who has been in a toxic relationship, what do you think about toxic relationship today?
Well, it's getting worse and worse. Even suicide cases can go viral.
Even some of the suicide are underage.
Yes, that's very concerning.
So, when you were in toxic relationship, how did you feel?
I was actually the protector of the body.
Really?
Yes, right. Not very proud of it.
So, how exactly Zakia did become a bully? Was it following in the footsteps or friends or something else?
Okay, so here's how I can remember the experience of being a bully. It all started around 2009 when I moved from school from kindergarten in Jogja to Semarang. At the time, I was a victim of bullying and was threatened to be killed. For me, in the context of bullying, children aged 5 years old, isn't that too much?
So, is it because of part traumatis that Zakia became a bully?
You could say that. At the time, I felt very scared and uneasy every time I went to school, especially as a new student. There was no resistance that could be done. Until finally, I told my mother. Until finally, the school decided I to move me to another class. Time went on, and then I entered the new elementary school year. I got acquainted with a beautiful woman who is still my best friend until now.
Let me guess for a second. So, is this your girlfriend who used to be the victim of the bullying?
Oh no, she became my bullying partner. I'm sorry, it's ridiculous to me, but can. But of our behaviors are not commendable.
That statement is really beyond the expectation. So, what kind of bullying did you and your best friends do?
I still remember how scared my classmates were of me, what I did and what I taught them to do. They will try without daring to refuse until there was one person who was very clumsy. I often threatened him if he didn't want to do what I want, and even, for example, took all his pocket money.
Wow, that's a bit too much.
That's right. That experience is despicable behavior and very embarrassing.
So, from what you experienced, did you eventually stop and change, or did you stay like that?
I stopped, of course, but honestly, the regret never stopped until now.
What caused you to finally stop bullying?
The person I was bullying moved school.
Wow, that's really bad.
That's right. Regret always comes too late. If our signs the day she transferred, I really feel it about and the other victims I've bullied. I never thought that the effects of bullying could be that big.
What exactly do you feel when you bully?
Because maybe I didn't really understand back then either, so I thought bullying was just annoying my friends. And for my own enjoyment, I didn't have any other thoughts.
Even though it turns out that the effect of bullying can be that big for someone's mentality, right?
Right.
What would you like to tell your friends out there to stay away from bullying based on your experience?
That's an important point, and one more message from me. Once, mental health is something that can't be underestimated or even underestimated. So, stop bullying and fight back.
Exactly. Let's stop bullying and dare to fight back.
That's right.
That was a very interesting experience from Zakia. Now we have another great guest who has been in a toxic relationship. Let's take a look at her experience, whether she chose get up or get stuck. Let's welcome Salsabila Arianti. Hello Salsa, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
How is it going?
Fine.
Salsa has been in the news for her toxic relationship, right?
Yes, it did.
How did that go viral in first place?
Actually, I didn't want it go to viral, but my best friend, who was fed up with my ex-boyfriend behavior, shared my story on social media, and it went viral and attracted people's sympathy.
Also, initially Salsa had no intention of making it viral.
Not at all.
But from what I read, your situation when you were abused by your ex-boyfriend was very concerning, right?
A little bit.
Can we hear your experience here?
Oh, of course, this happened to me when I was in high school. We were actually the school's favorite couple. Everyone know the two of us.
Wow, were you guys ever that romantic back then?
Yes, but that all changed when we started getting bossy with our respective assignment. We started saying each other less and less, and he became more and more selfish.
Oh, so saying is other less often made him more selfish?
Well, we fought more and more in chat. For 1 year, it was manageable, but after 2 years, things got more complicated. We fight most every day over small things, and the chance to meet up became a place to fight.
And that might lead to physical violence, like the one that went viral on social media.
That's right.
You were hit.
Punch, kick, thrown big things for experience everything.
Really?
Yes.
This is so crazy. How long you have been feeling all that?
Just over a year?
Crazy. Did your friends know what you were going through?
No.
Your family?
No.
This is so crazy. But when you were a boss, did you retaliate?
I tried to retaliate, but he just got worse. So in the end, I just kept quiet.
Why did you still put up with such a bad situation?
Love?
That makes no sense. So why did you choose to leave your toxic relationship in the end?
Cheating. The last thing that made me finally choose to let him go was because he cheated on me.
Apart from being abusive, he also cheated on you?
Yes, I used to foolishly think that I would never get tired of him, but eventually I gave up too.
Did you feel sad when you let him go?
Of course, I had a long period of sadness. I was really desperate for almost four months.
Not short time.
Yes, for those 4 months, I was like a person who had no hope of living anymore.
But why did you feel sad? Hasn't your ex been very mean to you?
Sincere and stupid, or sometimes only a teen difference.
Not a short time.
Yes, for months I was like a person who had no hope of living anymore.
But why did you feel sad? Hasn't it been very mean to you?
Sincere and stupid are sometimes a thin difference.
Then how did you finally move on? Even now, you can sit gracefully and calmly tell your story, which is actually very painful.
It wasn't easy, of course. I have anxiety disorder and even the urge to hurt myself.
Oh, that must have been really hard.
Yes, of course, but I'm still lucky. I have people who really love me, family, friends. They will support me, even though they don't know exactly what was happened to me. It's because of all their support that I was finally able to rise from the lowest point in my life.
Great. Were you completely cut after those 4 months?
Mm, yes, it wasn't easy, but because of my desire and the support from my environment, I was able to bounce back from a very bad situation.
So, support from a healthy environment is really important.
Of course, especially for people who are at their lowest point in life, even a little word of encouragement from someone they love is very valuable. That's why I always emphasize to people to never underestimate other people's mentality.
Right, because everyone may not have the same mentality. From Salsa herself, do you have any message for your friends at home that can be taken from your recent experience?
First of all, never underestimate someone's mentality. And secondly, love is blind, but don't let yourself be blinded by love.
Wow. Two really great experience for our guests this evening. One has been a perpetrator and one has been a victim. One thing that I really highlight here is that everyone's mentality is different. So, never equalize everyone and assumes everyone is strong. Thank you for very much to Zakia and Salsa for sharing their experience this evening. I hope experience like this can be a motivation and life lesson for friends out there because our life are our own responsibility. I dare take my leave and see you.